Welcome to the Nicholas 11x12 technology. Today we're probably looking at one of the smallest RC quadcopters ever. At least I've never seen such a small one before. This is the Cheerson CX-10A drone and it's so tiny. On Banggood.com, this quadcopter costs about 18 to 19 US dollars, which isn't that much. Since the price is so low, I think this is going to be a more interesting review of a drone here today. Thank you Banggood.com for sending me this product to review. In the packaging is the quadcopter itself, the transmitter, which kinda looks like a small toy for little kids. Also included is a USB charging cable and spare propellers just in case the ones on the quadcopter get damaged, and last but not least, an English user's manual. Banggood.com has sent me the golden version of this RC quadcopter, which I also like to call the golden snitch, if you know what I mean here. This drone, however, is also available in black, silver and white. Well, what can I say here about this quadcopter? First of all, it's really tiny, therefore not heavy at all. One of the first things I've thought about when I saw this quadcopter for the first time is how the hell will you fly that in windy conditions? There really doesn't have to be a strong wind outdoors to make flights harder. I know there's some kind of competition going on between the manufacturers on who can build the smallest functional quadcopter, but what bothers me here right away is that there are no blade protectors whatsoever present. Yes, the price is really low, but it would have been nice to have at least a little sort of protection for the blades. Right here's the little on and off switch. That's finally a good thing, because I don't really like plugging in the battery so you can start flying the quadcopters. A switch is much better here, although you don't have the possibility to swap out batteries, but that doesn't matter to me. Once the drone is on, it lights up with the red and blue LEDs, so flying in the darkness is an option here. Right above the power switch is the charging connection. This is where you plug in the USB charging cable to charge the internal quadcopter battery. Speaking of battery, this CX-10A features a 100 mAh lithium polymer battery that should guarantee a flight time of up to 5 minutes. This drone also has a 2.4 GHz receiver. Because of the small size and the low price, there's no camera present here. As always, I'm showing you the pointless test of how loud the quadcopter is. Okay, that's not super loud, but it does produce a good amount of noise. But let's take a look at the transmitter now. On first sight it kinda looks like a cheap toy for little kids, but the transmitter indeed is functional and does its job just fine. Of course, that's a very simple transmitter, 4 channels and 2.4 GHz, that's all. To power up the transmitter, 2 AAA batteries are required, which are not included. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say here at this point. Now let's fly this little thing. I have to say it flies just fine, however I have no license to fly aircrafts, even at this size. Still, the quadcopter responds very nicely to the control inputs, it's just that I always get confused when flying these sort of things. I wouldn't really recommend flying this small drone in windy situations. Well, you shouldn't be flying any quadcopter in windy situations as long as you're a newbie, and I am a newbie. Well, this quadcopter works just fine for its price of just 18 to 19 dollars. Actually quite impressive, not too special, but pretty good. The promised flight time of 5 minutes is true. So yeah, for the price, this drone is completely fine. That's why I can recommend this Cheerson CX-10A RC quadcopter. Thanks a lot to Banggood.com for sending me this quadcopter to test. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and visit Nicholas11x12techx.com to see videos there earlier than on YouTube. Also say no to ad blockers in order to support me and to make future videos possible. Thank you.